All right, guys, back again. So let's rank the Basket Case franchise. And I didn't rank them a while back whenever I reviewed the movies, but I feel like they're still fresh in my head that I can do a ranking video because it's pretty easy because there's only 3 of them and they're pretty much pretty distinct each one. Like I can remember differences between each of the Basket Case movies. And I thought, I might as well rank them even though I bet you probably know how I'm going to rank them. Let's get started with my number 3 would be Basket Case 2, which Basket Case 2 I know people love a lot, and I think is really fun. I think it's enjoyable. I had a fun time watching it. Like I said, I bought the Blu-ray for it, the Synapse Blu-ray for 2 and 3, and the Arrow Blu-ray for 1. And I really do like these films from what I've watched. I've only seen them all once, and like I said, I watched them this year, but I really enjoyed them. I thought they were all really entertaining, so it was pretty hard to choose, but if I had to pick one for my number 3, it would be Basket Case 2, because Basket Case 2 for me, it's weird because you look at the first movie where it's like Dwayne and Belial and like it's a lot of like just silly like killings and goofy time. And in the second one it's goofy and fun as well, but it's not as much about Belial. It's more about the all of these deformed people that they find at Granny Ruth's house. And Granny Ruth, I love Granny Ruth in both 2 and 3. She's hilarious. But the second movie felt like it was more about Granny Ruth's like family, like instead of Belial and Dwayne. Even though they did have moments, but I just felt like it wasn't as much about them. So that's the only reason why I'd put Basket Case 2 last. But I still think Basket Case 2 has some really fun, silly moments, but it's not as entertaining as 3, I think, which leads me into my number 2, which would be Basket Case 3. And Basket Case 3 for me, I really did enjoy a lot more than 2. And like I said, I did enjoy 2. 2 is fun, 2 is really solid, but 3 in terms of just being over the top ridiculous, like this one really sold it for me. I thought that the idea of Belial having little Belial babies, that's pretty funny. That's hilarious. They're all adorable little like mutant babies. They're pretty funny. I like the fact that the gore in this and the practical effects, I think I enjoyed more than 2. I think that this one was just more fun with that as well. And I liked, again, focusing more on, it felt like it was focused a little bit more on Dwayne and Belial than 2. And again, it just was really fun. It was a fun, entertaining time. And then, of course, my number 1, you could probably guess it, is Basket Case 1. And Basket Case 1, compared to 2 and 3, it's weird because 2 and 3, even, like, they were made in the 90s, and they really look very glossy. And especially on the Synapse Blu-rays of these, of 2 and 3, they look very, very glossy and look more like a movie than 1 does. But I liked Basket Case 1 more for the sleazy look of it. I loved how it was filmed, how it was shot, the first Basket Case. I thought that it looks like, as opposed to being glossy like 2 and 3, I felt like 1, the sleaziness of it, just how it looks, I think looks really cool. I like the film grain. I like how it just feels very sleazy. And that's not a dig at 2 and 3, because 2 and 3 are really fun, but looking at 1 from like being a fun sleazy movie, that it's different than 2 and 3, and I really liked just how legit 1 felt as a fun sleazy movie. And like I said, 2 and 3 are great, but I feel like you look at 1 differently. You don't look at it the same way. It's not shot the same way as 2 or 3. It's not the same kind of humor. Granny Ruth is not in 1. She's only in 2 and 3. And the first movie really just is about Dwayne with a basket, and he goes into a hotel, and then little Belial just starts killing people, and it's really simple. And I'm not saying any of these 3 movies are complex, but I felt like in 2, it's like you got to bring in all this family of different deformed people, and it took away a lot of the fun of the first one, I think, and 3 kind of brought it back to me a little more. But the first one, just in terms of being ridiculously over the top, ridiculous fun, it sells it for me, and just being really really entertaining and more genuine than 2 and 3. But like I said, 2 and 3 are really great. I just think they're a different type of filmmaking. And Frank Hinlotter, I think, directed all three, so it's funny to see the difference between 1 to 2 and 3. Like, that's hilarious that they look so different. But I still enjoy this franchise overall. I think all of them are fun. I just think that the first one is the one that's the most legit, if that makes sense. And I really like the first one a lot, and the other two are pretty fun. So that's how I'd rank them. And I really do enjoy this franchise. I think it was really fun on first watch. I really did like them all. And that is it on my ranking for the Basket Case franchise. Pretty quick. Pretty quick ranking. God, I got tongue tied there. And that's it. Tell me down below how you guys would rank the franchise. I feel like this one's pretty easy to rank, but tell me down below, and thank you guys for watching.